Welcome back to the online classes of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School. So we are back with a new topic, and our today's topic is wastewater treatment plant. In this we are going to basically study the plant which is going to purify or convert the wastewater into usable form. We can divide the entire plant into three sections. First one is primary section, secondary section, and third one is tertiary section. The first part of the plant is known as primary section and also known as physical part of the treatment. Why physical part of the treatment? In this part we are basically removing all the physical impurities. What are the physical impurities? It can be sand, grit, pebbles or plastic waste. Okay. This primary treatment can further be divided into further subsections. The very first part is using bar screen. Bar screen basically act as sieve which will restrict all the plastic waste to go inside the plant. Okay. The second portion of the primary treatment will remove all the sand and the grit or the pebble part by the process of sedimentation and decantation. As we all know, all this sand and grit will settle down, it will form the sediment, and we can remove the wastewater which is in liquid form by decantation. Now in the third part of the primary treatment only, we are going to remove all the fats, all the oil by the process of churning. As we know, as we get the buttermilk from the buttermilk by the churning process, in the same way we remove all the fat by the churning process. Okay, by the end of the primary treatment we are going to get the liquid waste, okay, which actually look like purified water, but it is not yet purified because it contains dissolved impurities. So far all the undissolved or sediment impurities are removed, but now that water contains dissolved impurities. To remove them, now we are going to look at the second portion of this treatment plant, which is secondary treatment. Secondary treatment is also known as biological treatment. Why? Because we are going to use bacteria in this second treatment. Okay. Second treatment can also be divided into two subcategories. First one will use aerobic bacteria and second one will use anaerobic bacteria. Okay. So as we can see, in the very first portion of the secondary treatment, we are going to supply the air. I hope that will give you hint that if we are supplying air, by air it means oxygen. We are supplying oxygen for the survival of the aerobic bacteria. First of all, we are going to give the whole water. Here in this tank, we are going to give it air or the oxygen so that aerobic bacteria will start functioning. Okay. The moment they will start functioning, they are going to degrade all the organic waste. Okay. And that organic waste which is now dissolved. What are the organic waste which is present in the sewage? Organic waste can be human excreta, animal excreta or some other kind of organic matter. Okay. So this aerobic bacteria will eat up or degrade all that organic waste, and that organic waste will now settle down at the bottom, and that bottom portion of the tank is connected to the digester. All that organic waste will be collected and it is known as sludge, and it is also used for making fertilizers or manures. Okay. So nothing is getting waste actually. Now after that, in the second tank of the secondary treatment, we are going to introduce anaerobic bacteria. For that we need to cut off the supply of the oxygen. So second tank will be in the absence of all kind of air, because as we know, if we are going to supply the air, all the anaerobic bacteria will die. So for the functioning of anaerobic bacteria, we need to cut off the supply of oxygen. Okay. So in the second tank, same process is going on, just in the absence of oxygen. Okay, because we know some organic matter need to be digested in the absence of oxygen and some need to be digested in the presence of oxygen. So in the second tank also the sludge will form. Both sludge from primary tank and secondary tank will be collected in the same digester and it will use for the formation of fertilizers and biogas also. After secondary treatment, the water will look like and it will smell also as a purified water, but still some impurities are there, and the bacteria which we incorporated in the secondary treatment, we should remove those bacteria also, because we cannot consume the water with the bacteria. So in the tertiary treatment, we need to add few chemicals which is going to kill all the viruses, all the bacteria which are present in that water. That is why tertiary treatment is also known as chemical treatment. Some chemicals such as ozone in the liquid form and chlorine are introduced in this portion. Okay, these are also known as disinfectants. Okay, that is why tertiary treatment is also known as disinfection treatment. Okay, after this process, the water is well suited to introduce in the rivers, because now this water is not going to kill the animal and the plants of that river, but for consumption, for the human consumption, we need to do few more processes which we are going to study in our higher classes. Now this is the second diagram representing the same process. We can say more flowchart like diagram in which the same things are repetitive in this diagram. Okay, now if we see the 3D view of the same plant, this is the 3D view. Okay, in the same portion, in a very large area, the same plants and same processes are going on. Okay class, so that is all for now. We are going to meet in our next video with few more topics. Till then, stay at your home, stay safe, stay healthy. Kindly subscribe our channel, like this video and share this video. Thank you so much.